Hello, Professor. This is my Lab 21 video demonstration, managing group policy objects. So in this lab, we are going to do four exercises. 21.1, backing up and restoring GPOs. 21.2, importing and copying GPOs. 21.3, resetting default GPOs. And the last one, delegating group policy management. So the first exercise is backing up and restoring a GPO. So for this lab, we are going to use our RWDC1 machine. So we need to first log into RWDC using our Scenic ID/administrator. Go to the group policy management and take a backup for all the GPOs by right clicking on the group policy object. And we also need to create a back folder for this inside which we are going to take all the backups. I have already done it. We are also taking an individual backup. For example, here it's GPO 0. And then we also see that how can we restore group policy objects. So let me show you this. So first I did create a back folder which is currently shared. Then I go to group policy management. If you want to take all the backups, we have to click on group policy objects, right click, backup all. As you can see, we can also browse it over here. I've already taken backup for this. We can also take an individual backup like this, right clicking over here, backup, and the same procedure. So can these are my backups. I haven't created a different folder for this one. This is also backed up in the same back folder. To restore a backup, we can just simply right click over here, go to restore from backup. Next, choose the choose the directory. Next, and select the backup we want to create. As you can see, I have two backups. One is GPO1 policy and one is GPO backup. You can simply select any one, select next and finish. As you can see, the backup restoration is succeeded. Moving ahead to the next exercise, which is importing and copying GPUs. So in this exercise, we are going to simply import and copy the existing GPUs. So first, let's go and see how import works. So let's navigate to group policy objects container. So this is my group policy management. This is my policy objects container. If I want to import, I'll just simply right click on the GPU, select import settings, next, select backup folder, next. Let's suppose I want to import GPU 7, then I'll click GPU 7, next. I'll use the identical from the source and finish. As you can see, it got succeeded. Now to make a copy, just right click on the GPU and select copy. And if you right click on the GPU to paste it, right click on GPU and paste it. As you can see, I have already pasted one over here. So I'll just rename it to GPU 8. So as you can see, instead of creating a new one, we just simply copy and pasted a new one and renamed it. So moving ahead to the next exercise, which is resetting default GPUs. So in this exercise, we'll be resetting our default GPUs. So first we need to go to the command prompt and log in as an administrator. And then we need to run the domain config GPU fix command. which will help us to reset to the default GPOs, and we will select yes to restore, and then when it asks for user right assignments, we'll also do yes, so that will replace it all. I have already done this. As you can see, I have ran domain con domain controller GPO fix command. When it asked me to continue, I just answered yes, and it was successfully restored. Moving ahead to the last exercise of this lab, which is delegating group policy management. So in this exercise, we'll learn how can we use delegation tab inside the group policy management or group policy objects to manage the access to the users and the resources. So here it first says to add a John Smith user in the GPO delegation. So tools to policy management. So you can see this is my group policy objects. Let's go to delegation, and you can see I've already added a user over here. So like this, we can add a user and access and let them access it, and provide security settings also. So let's say suppose I want to add this user to GPO 7. I'll go to GPO 7 delegation, click add John Smith. I can also assign the permission which I want to give: edit settings, delete, modify security, or just read. And the user is added successfully. So this was my demonstration for lab 21. Thank you.